Okay, guys, shall we continue with the story? Oh, yes. Something happened when I gave birth to my first child. That is my son now, my first son. While I was in the hospital, the very day I delivered him, I was in the hospital with my elder sister. I was asleep, fast asleep, according to what my sister told me, because I delivered through cesarean sections, yes. So I was asleep. And the next thing I heard was my sister touched me and asked me to wake up and breastfeed the baby. So I got up and, I didn't get up because I was still in pain. So I asked her to place the child beside me. She placed the child and helped me, brought out my boobs and started breastfeeding the baby. She just helped me did that and the baby started suckling. It was later in the evening by the time I got myself that she told me what happened. That she was in the bedroom bathing and I was asleep and the baby was asleep. And somebody walked into the room, to the hospital room. And the man happened to be someone from my village, my father's village. He actually came straight from the village, straight to my room, looking like someone who just came out from farm work, looking so dirty, so tattered. So he came to the room and was going straight to where my baby was going straight to carry my baby. I was asleep. The baby was asleep. My sister was in the bedroom bathing. My sister said that she heard like it looks as if a door opened. So she opened the bedroom door to check to see if any of the nurses came in. Lo and behold, she saw the man. She said that immediately she saw the man, she had to quickly put on her clothes and dash out. That when she came out, the man was already stretching out his hands to carry my child. My sister now called him, and the man turned. My sister asked him, "What are you doing? How did you get here? Who told you?" The man said he just happened to know. So my sister had to press the bell and the nurses came in. So when the nurses came in, they were like, "What? Who allowed this man in? Who are you?" They called the receptionist and started questioning them. "Were you at your duty post when this man walked past?" And the receptionist said that they didn't see anybody pass. That they didn't see anybody. The receptionists were like, "We can't tell how this happened." And the nurses had to walk the man out. So my sister rushed immediately, carried the child, and that was when she tapped me and asked me to start breastfeeding the baby. And that one just passed. And then I got pregnant on the day of delivery. Something strange happened. Something so strange that even up till now, I still can't, explain it. On the very day that the doctor booked me for the CS, I went to hospital. When it was time to deliver, the nurses dressed me up and I went into the theater. So I was with the nurses. Before you know it, they started leaving one after the other. They will tell me, "Please, let me go and get this," and then they will leave. This person will say, "Let me go and get this," and she will leave. And it remains one nurse. So the doctor walked in and asked the nurse, "Where are the other nurses?" She said that they went to get this, they went to get that. So the doctor just called me and said, "Ogechi, please, give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. I want to get, something." And other doctors are coming equally. And I said, "Okay." And he asked the nurse to stay there with me and never leave the theater. And the nurse said, "Okay." The doctor left. Before you know it, the nurse just tapped me and said, "Madam, please, let me go and get this. Let me go and get that. I'll be back before the doctor comes back." I said, "Okay." They left and I was all alone in that theater. All alone. So I was lying down facing up, and when I got tired of facing up, I decided to turn. So I turned left side. I turned towards my left side. And while I was there, it looked as if I felt a hand tap me on my leg and asked me to turn and face the right. So when I turned and faced towards my right side, I saw a man. He was putting on a black trouser and a black shirt with floral designs. And I noticed that the man was standing where my injections were. That is the injections that the doctors will use during delivery. He was there and I noticed the sounds of the bottles, knocking together. The man didn't turn to look at me. The man didn't even know if I was awake, if I was watching him. The next thing I heard was the man just said, "I'm sorry. I'm very sorry." and he dashed out. He just opened one door, dashed out through that door. The doctor opened the next door, came in without knowing what was going on. And I told the doctor that somebody just left the theater right now. He went to my drugs. I don't know what he did. The doctor raised alarm immediately. The hospital gate was locked. Everywhere was locked. The security were at alert. They went in search of the man. The man wasn't found. Nobody saw him at all anywhere. He wasn't found. So the doctor came back and asked me, where is the nurse that I posted here? And I told him that the nurse went out and said that she's coming in. She's coming back. The doctor got mad and called all the nurses and the midwives that were supposed to be there. They all came in, and there was chaos in the theater. And after everything, the doctor told them to discard all those drugs, every medicine, every injection, throw them away in the dustbin, bring out a fresh drugs that they will use for the surgery. And he told the nurse that she will be the one to pay for the new drugs. So they brought out the drugs and everybody got ready for the surgery. And so the doctor asked everybody, both those that will give me the anesthesia and every other person, are we ready? Are we ready? Have you done this? Have you done that? And they were all saying yes, yes, yes. And the doctor asked me to pray, because that is normally what he does. He will ask me to lead them in prayer. And before I start praying, I will just doze off. But this time around, I said the prayer and concluded the prayer. And the doctor remained quiet. And he asked them one more time, are we all ready? They said yes. Everything in check? They said yes. The doctor requested for the surgery blade. Meanwhile, I was still awake, watching them. He requested for the surgery blade. They gave him the surgery blade. He tapped on me and asked me, Ogechi, are you okay? I said yes. The doctor looked at them and said, is there anything remaining? Have you given her injection? Have you done this? Have you done that? They all said yes. And with the surgery blade in his hand, the doctor just opened my stomach. I thought I would die. I shouted. I tried to get up without knowing that my hands were tied to the stretcher. I kept on shouting, telling the doctor to leave me, that I would die, that the pain is too much, that he shouldn't cut me anymore. And the doctor got mad. That was when the doctor that was supposed to give me the anesthesia got himself, and he said that he totally forgot. Meanwhile, the doctor was asking him, have you given her injection? And he kept on saying yes. So when I started shouting and crying, that was when he got himself. He now added the injection into the drip. Okay, and the midwife was just pleading with me, begging me, this and that. The doctor was so angry with everybody. So while I was crying, that was the last thing I knew. I just dozed off. So my sister said that when I was brought out from the theater, that what I was saying was that they cut me into two, that the pain is too much. She said that I kept on saying that, okay? And then I got pregnant. Years after my second child, I got pregnant again with my baby girl. The angel guiding me is so powerful, ever present, always there to fight my battle. Not just to fight my battle, but to defeat the negative spirits. So I'm going to tell you more what happened when I was giving birth. Okay? Bye.